My name is Jennifer Majorana, and I'm studying Business Administration and Environmental Studies.
My name is Kaylee Lynn. I'm studying Business and Cognitive Science as a dual degree.
My name is Hiba Asad. I'm a psychology major.
My name is Sydney Lieberman. I am studying Organizational Studies and Psychology.
I did Magnify this past spring term.
I did Magnify the summer of 2018.
In the spring of 2018.
2 years ago after my sophomore year.
I was really surprised when I walked into the Magnify classroom for the first time. It was very bright and colorful and light. It didn't really feel like a classroom. It felt more like, almost like an art exhibit at first. And I was really able to feel comfortable in the classroom. It didn't really feel like Ross. It didn't feel like traditional business school. It was more of a light and engaging classroom experience.
I remember the first day walking in, one of the TAs, which I hadn't even met before, knew me by my name. And they were like, "Hey Kaylee," and I was just so surprised because, well, I first off never met him, and second off, that shows just how much the people at Magnify actually care. The teaching team originally went through and memorized people's faces and their names beforehand, and that's just very representative of the entire experience.
The Magnify classroom experience is unlike anything I've experienced at U of M. It's very collaborative, and there isn't any sense of competition, but rather uplifting each other.
The Magnify classroom experience is so energetic, so vibrant. I was just telling someone the other day that the classroom starts extremely white with nothing really on the boards, but then by the end of the semester, the space is extremely vibrant and colorful, and it really reflects all the energizing practices and positive practices we learned throughout the semester.
So I found strengths and reflected best self to be my most energizing topics. I was really able to hone in and reflect on what makes me my best self and kind of how to utilize that in both educational and professional settings. I found it also really special to be able to hear from a lot of people in my life on how they described me at my best. And using these outside influences mixed with my own internal perspective really gave me a more well-rounded and kind of energizing way to look at myself and my strengths.
I would say one of the most energizing ideas that I learned in the classroom was just the idea of meaning behind work. As a business and cognitive science major, I've always been very interested in what drives human behavior, and I think that meaning is just not really talked about as much as it should be. And I think having a meaning behind what you do really unlocks your potential.
One of the most energizing ideas that I learned in the Magnify classroom was the idea of strength spotting and recognizing the potential in every person and what they bring to the team.
The most interesting and exciting concept that we learned about and what we did was the reflective best self exercise. And what you do is you ask people around you, whether that's your family or your friends or colleagues or other students, and ask them to write 3 little stories about you or they've seen you at your best. And I thought this was a great way to see what they thought about me and how I see myself, and the cornerstone between those two and how I can work better and work to my strengths later in my life.